it's Kendra and Dustin. We are back with another episode of Lightkeeper. Previously, we've gotten the true ending, the misguided ending, the obedient ending. Is that it? Is that all we've got?
Well, then all the two bad ends.
Oh, yeah, and then the ones where we die, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah. So, that's where we are. We got 4 more endings left. 3 traits, 1 bad.
Yeah.
Yes. So, that's what we're doing today. We collected already 2 of the 3. Kind-hearted and strong-willed?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Yeah. So, that's what we're setting up, I believe, right? For those 2 endings first. And, yeah, we're just going through and collecting the rest of the endings for you guys, basically. So, that's what we're doing today. Not entirely sure how they're going to be different, but the obedient one definitely took a different turn than what I thought it was going to be. So, that's where I'm excited to see what happens. Here we go.
Go back downstairs.
Okay. To the aquarium?
Yeah.
Moving onwards to the next room, you paused in your tracks. Why, is something different? What? 2 voices could be heard nearby, arguing. You paused your steps, hiding behind a door that was slightly cracked open to observe the situation. Who could it be? I know one, Darcy. But I don't think there's anyone else running around, right? The mirror? What do you mean she's missing? You heard an imposing voice dominate the room, speaking to a dark folk creature with a horned skull. Ooh. Okay. Do we get to see this dark horned creature or whatever? Fun. I like it. You get to be them.
The chain had been severed, my lady. The door was unlocked. I regret to inform you the princess is missing.
You peered through the doorway, seeing a 7-foot-tall, dragon-like being talking to her. Oh, dang, Darcy's 7 foot tall? Dang. Okay. She's a model. Let me take it from the top. I'm a professional. You peered into the doorway, seeing a 7-foot-tall, dragon-like being talking to her servant with a demanding, intimidating tone. Her scars twirled with an uncanny power. The sight alone caused your breath to hitch. She just looking right at the servant with a disapproving expression. You mean to tell me that you neglected my orders to ensure the prison was of quality? I mean, it was a room, right? It was a pretty nice room, to my understanding. It had a portrait of you.
Because
it was unlocked?
The chain was broke.
Oh, because it was like a faulty chain?
The chain was,
okay.
The chain was old and looked easily broken.
I mean, I guess we don't have chains running a lot. I'm like, I don't know. The Lightkeeper.
I mean, yeah, it's in a room that's open to the sea. That salt water is going to corrode that metal so quickly.
Oh, wow. Nothing they could do about it.
Well, put her in a room without a window.
Right. But, you know, window views is quality. Yeah. The Lightkeeper swiftly grabbed a hold of the dark folk's chin, forcing their gaze to focus on her. Deuce, I mean, that would just be like right here, right? That would be like the skull, the pointy part of the skull. Okay. I don't know if they have one. I think those are fangs, right? Or maybe they have a very distinct, like, butt chin if they had skin over it. I don't know.
My lady, please forgive my errors.
You idiot. You saw the servant shrink down despite still towering over her easily. This plan will only work if she's alive, so you'd better find her fast. The This is your last chance at redemption. If you continue to be so utterly incompetent. The dragon leaned forward slowly, taking her time as she forcefully let go of the servant's face in a way that pushed them backwards. Whoa! Dang, I didn't know you could shapeshift. That's freaking cool. Is that what the scars are from? Kind of like a Wolverine situation, you know? Well, I think he heals. Right, so he doesn't have scars on his knuckles, does he?
Yeah, no.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Your eyes widen as you saw this being's face contort and morph. Her skin near her mouth widened and pulled apart as if it were a sort of slime or putty. Okay. Her hands flexed, bearing claw-like nails that you could have sworn weren't there moments before. Scales grew and covered her body as if it were nothing. The snapping sound of her bones rearranging to fill up the large space sent shivers down your spine. I'll find her myself and make an example out of your pathetic excuse for servitude. Okay. Your gaze shifted to the poor servant, nodding frantically. Oh, do we be kind-hearted? I'm guessing yes. This could theoretically be strong-willed, right? As well?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, sort of? Okay. Intervene. Wow. I don't approve of abusing the staff, okay? Listen, he has probably his own stuff going on outside of this place. He doesn't need your extra stress, okay? Do you pay him? What's the minimum wage around here? Vacation days, benefits, what's it like? Intervene to save the servant. Oh, wait, stop! You called out on pure impulse, immediately running and getting in between the poor dark folk being and the Lightkeeper. The latter of the two looked taken aback. Despite not seeing her eyes, you could tell by the way her jaw dropped subtly that she was shocked from this development. I'm the one you want, right? Please, don't hurt anyone. You pleaded, looking up at the towering woman before you. You relaxed ever so slightly as the Lightkeeper's form slowly turned back to what it was moments before, even if the sound of her cracking bones was still rather unpleasant. Do you think that kind of sounds like when people pop their joints, or you think it sounds more like celery? I don't know. Never been around a shapeshifter before. If you have, let me know. She silently stood over you, her expression unchanged. The tension in the air was deadly thick. You go, she commanded, looking over at the servant that you had just saved. The dark folk looked over at you, then the Lightkeeper, before scurrying out of the room. You looked up at your captor with a nervous expression, wondering what was she plotting next. She looked down at you in turn, leaning forward in order to meet your gaze in a more leveled manner. How did you escape? The door was unlocked. The door was literally unlocked. You put your hand on the knob, okay? Then you twist. Or, if it's not a twisty knob, you put your hand on the knob and you pull or push, depending on the direction of the door. The chains were worn. I noticed one that looked frail and worked away at it until it broke. My sincerest apologies. A silence fell between the two of you. You turned yourself in? Why? You were going to hurt your servant. You'd throw away your freedom for the sake of a creature you know nothing of? I'd hate to be the reason behind unnecessary violence. I had my fair share of that already. You wanted to go back up, but the taller woman only pulled your chain closer to herself. Rude. Thank you. She stared into your eyes for what felt like eternity before slowly letting go, standing upright. Okay, where's this going? I like the shift, okay? The pulling, rude. But the hand holding, alright, okay. She offered her hand outstretched Her hand outstretched itself to you, making a gesture like she wanted you to put yours on top of it. You complied, hesitating ever so slightly. Well, if you comply with my wishes, then I'll do my best to comply with yours as well. She sandwiched your hand between hers. You couldn't help but notice her wings stretching themselves around you in an almost protective fashion. For a second, you wondered if somehow your act of kindness had charmed your captor. She was so menacing moments before, but this wasn't anything like you had expected. That was a weird turn of an accent. Cool. Come now. I won't be letting you out of my sight. Not after that stunt you pulled. I woke up chained to a bed! What did you want me to do? She guided you out of the room, your hand in hers, and her wings gently pushing you forward.
What if this is a 51st date situation?
You don't chain up your girlfriend. Especially if she doesn't understand what's happening. You were utterly confused, yet you went along with it. If being kind made the Lightkeeper kind to you in turn, then what harm could come from that? Oh! Ending. Kill them with kindness. That was a kind of nice ending, right? She has some explaining to do. She needs to sit us down and let us know what's going on. What is it? Communication is key, okay? Much better than the other endings, in my opinion. Were the other ones spicy and kind of fun in that way? Yes, but I cannot enjoy them because it is not okay. That one was kind of cute, though. I don't know.
Now we're gonna have to ignore it.
Well, but I was just fine when people yell at, like, people who are just trying to do their jobs. Kind of a red flag, right? Is that the equivalent of going on a date and your date yelling at the waiter when they accidentally mess up? I don't know.
It's more the equivalent of when you're on a date and your date yells at her butler.
Right, but I've never gone on a date with somebody who has a butler. What is etiquette for that? Should I be offended for the butler? Is the butler gonna be mad if I defend them because that's like their thing? They're like, this is okay. This is what I want. You know, kind of a thing. I don't know. Let me know if you've got any dates with people who have butlers. Is that normal? Do you say something? Do you not say something? If you're a butler, let me know. Do you want me to say something? Would you prefer for me not to say anything? Drop it in the comments down below. Anyway, so that's the end of The Kind-Hearted. I like it overall. I feel like so far that's the least bad of the traits. Misguided. Didn't we die? Something bad happened.
Misguided, we went on a supervillain arc. Remember?
Yeah, so that was kind of bad. That was bad.
If people are just going to use me, then I'm going to...
I know. Some of you probably really enjoyed it, and I'm glad for you, but my brain just can't get past it. Yeah, no, that one was okay. Not a fan of the yelling at your servant, but
well,
still.
we're going to have to see now what happens.
Strong-willed.
Well, but now that we're going to not save the guy.
Oh. Shoot, that might make me dislike Darcy. I want to like Darcy. But she's trailing that boundary of, okay, you're hot, but you're a bad person, and I don't like you anymore. You know? Like, I will literally lose my attractiveness to you if you're a bad person. So, venture forth! Intervene to save the servant. Stay in your hiding place. If she kills him, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I can like her in this timeline. So here we go. Also, I'm thinking if she can transform into a full dragon, you think?
Seems to be.
Can we go for rides? That would be so fun! Okay. Stay in your hiding spot. The tension in the air grew thick as why does this sound slightly different than my normal accent when I read? Didn't that sound slightly different than my normal accent?
I don't know.
Felt like that was coming out as like I don't know, something different.
I was thinking about the fact of Darcy turning into a full dragon.
It would be cool, right?
Yeah. I wonder if we'll get to see it.
I hope so. But under positive circumstances. The tension in the air grew thick as the Lightkeeper's form slowly turned back to what it was moments before. She hissed, looking away from the pathetic thing in front of her. Rude. Get out of my sight. I have no time for this, she said authoritatively, and just like that, you saw the dark figure dart out of the room. The Lightkeeper lingered for a few moments, staring into the large tank that took up the majority of the room, filled up to the very top with water. Different types of aquatic plants coated the floor with the underwater tank, gently flowing in a motion with the calm water. She couldn't have gotten far, not while her magic is still blocked. She let out a discontented noise before stomping out of the room. Went like a grumble, grumble. You entered yourself after a few moments of silence. Oh, okay.
Well, now we can go down again.
Ah. Boop. You attempted to get the idea of your surroundings, but the only thing you could take note of was the floor being made of wood, due to the sound of its floorboards with your every step. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You paused a moment, reaching your hands out to try and feel any furniture that might be around. Creak. The floorboards cried out. The only problem? You didn't make a step to cause the noise this time. Oh yeah, I know where we are! You held up the candle, which barely lit the dark room around you. There didn't appear to be much in this room at first glance. However, upon further inspection, you noticed a hatch on the floor. Just what could this lead to? So, there is a trait in here, but I'm pretty sure once we get that, it changes stuff.
Can we check the closet?
We can attempt to. Bop! Oh, maybe I should have saved. You try jiggling the handle of the closet, but it doesn't budge. It must be stuck. Listening closely, you feel like you can hear laughter from the other side. Laughter? Did the mirror laugh last time? Should I save?
Sure.
So basically, I mean, we read it in the other episodes, but it's a book about my family, but it's a very biased book. It's a very brown-nosing. What's the word? Isn't there a specific word? Like a puff piece. There we go. Right? Yes. And it also said, I'm like a good princess, blah, 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 regardless of the cost. Which, if you haven't already seen the other ones, spoilers, they try to kill me. So, they try to sacrifice me, which is killing. But with a little extra on top, I feel like, right? Anyway, so that's what we read. Now we're back to looking around the room. Your eyes scan back to the books in the drawers. You didn't trust that book's last reputableness, but you recognize some of the authors of these other history books. I don't know why that made me pause. You thought they might have more valuable information if your curiosity tempted you enough to look. Look.
Yeah.
Read the book! Your expression lit up. One of your favorite books. on the divine was in the Lightkeeper's possession. A familiar sight comforted you as you opened the book. Wait, these footnotes, this is my handwriting. Did they take my book when they were kidnapping me? You skimmed over the text. Should I read it as me? No, I'll just read it. The divine has intervened in mortal life only once, blessing the king of old, who passed down this blessing throughout his family tree. The king always referred to this gift as the Enlightenment. Not only has it been recorded that those with the Enlightenment possesses the ability to create blinding amounts of bright light, but it appears it affects each member of the royal family differently. A text taken from the King of Old states that the light guides our path and makes us able to see that which is best for our people. We all have the capacity to see so little without light. Our eyes are not well adjusted to darkness. The Enlightenment provides me and my kin the ability to see possibilities which others cannot, guiding them throughout the unfamiliar and providing safety. Wait, so we can see into the future?
I don't know.
This is one of the most famous explanations for the Enlightenment, with many philosophers and scholars having varying interpretations of any and all implications. The most popular theory to add on to this statement is that the Enlightenment was a gift from the divine in order to protect the kingdom of Lumien from the evil darkness of the shadows and their dark folk. I don't know, that guy seemed pretty cool. You know, he's a cool guy. Yeah. Your eyes darted to your handwriting scribbled underneath. Light is nothing without shadow. These two things work together in harmony to create a picture. The absence of one impairs the visibility for all. You sighed, closing the book once more. As much as you adored the depth this author put into covering all the bases, you couldn't help but feel frustrated whenever someone used the Enlightenment's existence as proof that those who roam in the darkness are evil incarnate. Right, why does such an extreme have to be true? Why can't both be good? You know, gray areas and all that jazz. Your whole life has been dedicated to understanding the divine and the Enlightenment, and you would continue to dedicate yourself until your dying breath. You gained the trait Lightkeeper. Oh! I thought it was something blue last time.
I mean, I think it was too, but maybe
they changed it.
I don't know.
Cool.
Maybe we're misremembering.
That is entirely possible. I think so far all the traits have been yellow.
Yeah.
Amidst your frustration, you saw something etched into the back of the book you didn't recognize. The number 03, or 03, depending on how you want to say it, was written in a handwriting that looked so different from your very own. For a moment, you thought back at the note on the bug closet. Could it be? Oh, did Darcy write that?
I guess so.
Alright, is that it for this room? Alright, and that is the end for today's episode. The plot thickens! Or does it? I mean, I don't necessarily know if anything new specifically came out of that. I mean, the true ending, I feel like, kind of sort of hinted at, like, the idea that, you know, obviously people are using the Enlightenment or the divine and blah 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 to like push others into, what would that be called, like lower than positions, I guess.
Yeah,
to be evil, you know, to like create a little caste system, I think is. Yeah, so you know, we already knew that, and clearly if they're trying to kill me, then probably not good people. Like, I feel like majority of the time, if there's some kind of sacrificial death happening, perhaps we should reevaluate what the group is doing, you know? Like, if somebody's like, oh, we need to kill someone, Jeff, why? You know, like, let's talk about this maybe a little bit more. Like, why are we killing this person? Especially, why are we killing someone that supposedly is chosen? I'm still confused about that. Like, do I have a sister? Do I have, like, a brother? Like, are we just ending the line at me? That seems kind of stupid, considering I'm, like, chosen or whatever. Like, what are you gonna do when I'm gone? Who can see into the future without me? No one. That's it. But, yeah, I don't know if we're really gonna get any more insight into that, because we do seem to have a 51st dates kind of situation, amnesia or whatever you want to call it, lost memory kind of a thing. So, there's that, but also, I don't even know if she knows. You know, kind of low-key kind of sounds like I just went along with whatever I was told to do.
I don't know. It seems like at the end of the true end, we seem to have our memory back, so...
Yeah, but my point is I don't necessarily know if she knows why wasn't it my dad's advisor or something like that?
Something like that.
Is doing it? Like, was there a coup? Was it my dad? I don't know if she knows all these things. Because I'm guessing they probably kept her locked away before the ceremony, or whatever they want to call it. So, I would personally like to know a little more lore. Maybe if Darcy, Darcy would be able to fill some stuff in.
Ending
right, which gives me hope. Maybe Darcy will sit me down and be like, yeah, so this is what happened. Because she knew to save me. So she must have known something was going on. Right? Seems like it.
I don't know. That or she coincidentally timed her invasion.
She was just watching me the entire time and was like, oh crap. Go! I don't know. Also,
just happened to come in with her invading army and was like, oh no!
She's like, oh crap. What are you guys doing? I have no idea. She also has scars, which I don't think have to do with the fact that she can transform, because her face doesn't have any scars, even though her smile, like, split. So I'm guessing those are maybe some kind of special scars.
Well, she said that they
glow.
They glowed with, like, unnatural...
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know if that's, like, her power, or if that's, like, she thought, like, my dad or something. You know, somebody with, like, a special power.
I don't know. I was getting the notion maybe she dabbles in a little dark magic.
Maybe. I mean, she is a dragon lady. I don't think anyone else is a dragon lady. But yeah, hopefully we get some more answers, because I love world building and I'm curious. I'd love to know more about what's going on. But that is it for today's episode. We should have at least one more episode, maybe two. I'm not sure. Yeah, because we still have 3 endings, right?
We have
this one, the Lightkeeper, the Strong-Willed, and then the bad one. And then we might revisit the true ending just so that we end on a happy note. I'm not sure. So, at least one more, potentially more, depending on how that goes. So, you're going to want to keep your eyes out for that. Don't worry, we will, of course, get all the endings. We'll get there. Hold your ponies. We're coming. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the Lightkeeper. I like it a lot. Highly recommend you check it out for yourself, especially with spooky season coming around the corner here. There should be a link in the description below if you want to try playing it. 'Tis fun, so highly recommend. After this, I'm sure you have a plan that I'm not entirely sure about. But if there's anything you guys want to see us play, please feel free to let us know. You can always leave down a recommendation, or maybe there's a game that you love that you want to see us play. I don't know. But feel free to drop it in the comments below, or you can come talk to us live on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We don't stream this specific game, but we are currently working on Into the Pit. I'm not sure if we have a game picked out after that, so we could always, if you have any streaming recommendations, we'd love to hear them too. We upload all of our VODs over to our YouTube channel, so if you're curious about, where we are in the game, what we're playing, all that jazz, we upload all of them to YouTube, which I'm guessing you're on now, so you can get a sneak peek before coming, or you can just stay on YouTube, where you are right now. Like I said, just drop it in the comments down below. If you like this specific game, we do have a playlist of the game Dev, is that what you call them? Game Dev. I'm learning the lingo. So if you want to see more of their work, you can totally go over there and check it out. But honestly, we have a plethora of games that are kind of sort of this vibe. Spooky, cute, creepy, all that jazz. Which again, is perfect for spooky season. So check them out. If you want a sneak peek of the various games we have available, you can always go to our TikTok, our YouTube Shorts, or our Instagram Reels. But yeah, I think that's it.
Yep.
Sweet. Are there going to be any more, like, these things? Spooky
There's
competitions?
pretty much every year.
So, keep your eyes out. We might have some more.
They have game jams all the time.
There we go. But yeah, I think that's everything. So, like, comment, subscribe, share. Do whatever you feel like doing. We will appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!